Today, I'm giving you the best method to level up your weapons in Warzone. Look, the reality is, whether you like it or not, Warzone is a little bit pay to win. There is a pay to win component in Warzone because you can easily level up your guns in MW3 multiplayer and zombies, whereas if you don't have MW3, it is a little bit tougher. So if you don't have MW3, or maybe you're tired of super sweaty multiplayer lobbies, or you're like me and got shadow banned and have to play on an alt account, this is the best method to do it. Now, before we jump in, here are the 5 guns that I would really focus on. These 5 are guns that you really want to make sure that you have leveled up because they seem to be dominating right now early on. We have the MWIII battle rifle, good all-around option right now. A lot of players are leaning towards this because it hits really hard, it's good at range, and is very easy to use. We have the MWIII MK9, 100-round base magazine, which means we can build it for range, recoil, and ADS time, making it a great long-range option. We, of course, have SMGs. You know, a lot of different SMGs that we can go with. We got the Striker and the WSP Swarm are the 2 that I would focus on. But on top of that, I see a lot of pros using the Rival 9. So that's kind of a bonus one that you can focus on as well. Finally, one of the biggest changes with the Warzone update, a one-shot sniper is back. That is the Cat AMR sniper, so you want to go ahead and make sure that you have that leveled up as well. So MWIII, MWIII MK9, Striker, WSP Swarm, and the Cat AMR with the Rival 9 as a bonus. Now, over time, you want to try to get as many leveled up as possible, but if you are just starting out today, those are the ones that I would really focus on. Now, next up, let's talk about how we do it. Good news for you is that double XP is live, and you can pop double weapon XP tokens as well. Double XP is important because that's going to allow you to level up quicker, level up your actual account quicker, which gives you the ability to unlock weapons, at which point you can go about leveling them up with double weapon XP tokens. So you don't need to pop any double XP, you do need to pop a double weapon XP as you're doing that, as you're leveling them. Now, what is the best method? We are going back to the classic plunder method. You can, of course, just play Resurgence and level them up that way, or play BR, but I think plunder is the best way to do it if you are focused and if you are focusing on leveling guns. 2 ways that you can do this. Number 1, queue in with randoms, completely with randoms, because at the end of the day, they are going to help you as well. The other option you can do is, of course, queue in with teammates and have a really focused effort from all 4 people to level up as many guns as possible. And by the way, I do have a Discord link down below where you can find teammates who are also looking to level up weapons, so make sure you check that out and join if you are looking to level up your guns. You can also go in with just 1 teammate. You can kind of see here that it's just Tacos and I, and we have 2 Phil teammates here. That allows us to complete contracts quicker, allows us to really level up our guns. Now, let's talk about the best way to do it, which is most wanted contracts. No secret there. This has been the same thing for a while, but let's talk about how most wanted contracts work and the strategy behind leveling up your guns. First thing that we're looking for is a big cluster. Now, what I would say is if you have a team of like 4, split up as much as possible. You want to find multiple clusters of most wanted contracts, because the way that we do most wanted contracts is there is a 4-minute timer on them. Now, we get XP for 2 things: completing the contract and opening crates. So throughout this entire match, what we're doing is we are getting a ton of regular XP and a ton of weapon XP, as long as that weapon is out in our hands as we are completing the contract or opening the crate. So 4-minute timer. Everything that you do is going to take off time. If you open a crate, minus 10 seconds. If you open a duffel bag, minus 10 seconds. If you open a medicine cabinet in a bathroom, minus 10 seconds. If you get a kill, minus 25 seconds. So a lot of things that you can do to be able to take time off of that 4-minute timer, and you should be able to easily do it in about a minute. I mean, there were some times here, I'll show you a clip right here, where I started a contract and there were like 5, 6, 7 crates around, and I was already minus a minute and 10 seconds in like just barely 5, 10 seconds, whatever it may be. So you can do these super quick. Now, where we really get strategic with this is if you queue in with a team of 4, what's going to happen is all 4 of you are going to land separately, or maybe you split up 2 and 2. and you are going to just find clusters of contracts. You want to make sure that somebody is on the next most wanted contract, even if they have to sit there for 10 seconds. Make sure someone is on the next most wanted contract as you are completing the previous one. This way you are not wasting time rotating to a contract or whatever it may be. You want to be able to do as many as possible throughout this period of time. Now, when you split up, essentially all you're doing is looting up, and this is where randoms can help you do this as well, because if you are just queuing in by yourself with 3 randoms and you grab most wanted contracts, they are going to be, hopefully, because it's plunder, opening crates as well, and that's going to allow you to complete the most wanted contract quicker. The one downside to that method, not going in with at least one other person, is you're going to be like the only person grabbing most wanted contracts. So you're going to be rotating by yourself. There is going to be a little bit of downtime, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be much quicker than if you queued in by yourself and just looted by yourself. So trying to split up as much as possible. Everybody's just going to be looting, opening crates, and like I said, make sure somebody is ready, because sometimes those most wanted contracts can be completed in like 30 or 45 seconds. The other thing that I will add here is your cash flow. Pay attention, and this is a bonus tip right here for you. And if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. This is a little bonus tip that I have for you. The one thing that we don't want to do in plunder, or the one thing that we want to do when it comes to leveling our weapons, is have the game last as long as possible, right? You don't want to be in a situation, this happened to us once last night, which is where I kind of learned this from. You don't want to be in a situation where the game only lasts 10 minutes because you guys just did a most wanted contract after most wanted contract after most wanted contract, and you ended up collecting so much cash that it goes into overtime and then the game is over. You don't want that to happen. We won like 3 out of 4 games last night just because of these most wanted things. It's kind of just a fun thing to do, and you can literally sit back and not worry about anything while doing it. But what I want to say is, when it comes to your cash flow, pay attention. If you have to, I did this multiple times last night to keep games going so that we could keep just leveling up guns and we didn't have to requeue in. Grab a frag grenade and literally kill yourself in the game, right? Literally just cook the frag grenade so that you die in the game. Your cash flow is going to cut in half, and that's just going to extend that game out even longer. The longer that we can be in the game, the better off it's going to be for everybody. You're going to be able to level up your account, unlock new weapons, you're going to be able to level up your guns, and by the way, you also can unlock weapons through your daily challenges, one of which is just playing Warzone and just playing plunder. So there are a lot of different methods and ways that we can go about not only unlocking weapons, but leveling up weapons as well by using plunder. So all in all, just go in, maybe find some teammates, throw on some music. You don't even have to listen to the game. Have the game volume very low, but listen to some music. Make sure that you are keeping track of your cash flow. Do your most wanted contracts, as many as possible. You should be able to do somewhere between, in a good game that's longer, somewhere between, 8, 10, 12 most wanted contracts if you do it right and play strategic, and you don't kind of lose any because you die. That's one thing to keep in mind. You will get full sent at times if you are the most wanted. So just keep that in mind. Use a car, run away, make sure that you're looting up yourself. Guys, this is hands down the best method. I know it sucks that Warzone is a little bit pay to win. It's just the reality of how it is. And look, we can still absolutely work our way around that. I got Shadow Band day 1, so I'm on my alt account. Had to get my Bass B leveled up as well as some other guns, and we were able to easily do it in one night. I hope you found today's video helpful. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.